Once upon a time, on an account not so different as yours, a man named Synapse had a big problem to solve. He thought that Emic was going to save the day. He got him, he grinded, and Emic turned out to not be the answer he was searching for. So he scoured his account and he came back to the very first legendary that he opened from a shard that happened to be a free champion he would get later down the road. This champion completely changed his account, saved it from the clan boss despairs and woes that he had in his heart, and unlocked the one key Ultra Nightmare. Who is that? What champion is it, you say? Let's talk about it today, and let me show you an amazing new option for a clan boss team. Maybe it can help you unlock that one key too. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? Still hoping we're going to get that Turtles collab this year, but we'll see about that. My dude Synapse and I have been talking about his clan boss team for a while now because it's freaking sweet. I hopped on his account and we're going to show you all of the things. I'm also going to have an article breakdown on the website, so if you prefer a written version, you can refer to that. It will be in the clan boss section. If it's ready to go when I publish this video, I will have that link in the description as well. I'll try to make that happen. And if not, it will be there shortly after in the next couple of days. So, what is the champion from the thumbnail? Did you guess it? Let me know in the comments below if you guessed the champion from the thumbnail. And if you're here just to see what that champion is, make sure you hit the like button so that other people can be helped by this clan boss team. Share the video to your clanmates who need to build this team. This is a free login champion that is regarded as a trash can, never build, terrible champion. She's not bad, actually. She's not actually bad. It's just by the time you get her, she's not good or needed. That free champion is none other than Maranix. This legendary is just not good by the time you get her. But this amazing looking assassin, I always thought she would be good if you got her earlier, and this seems like proof to me. So thank you, Synapse, for allowing us to showcase this sweet strategy. I love the shoulder blades. That's, it's a funny punny, but it's really sweet. She doesn't have anywhere to stick her scythes, her little mini scythes. But, yeah, I would love to play this character in D&D. Anyway, okay, so A1, she has a double hitter that can place Hex on the A1. Is there any other champion in the game who has an A1 Hex? I really don't think so. Number 2, she has a 75% chance to place that goes to 100 of placing Hex and decreased defense. So, she has extra hits. I should probably edit that out, but I'm not going to. Sometimes when you're reading a kit, it's like you realize things along the way. I always thought this A1 placed the Hex. Huh. No wonder I was always let down, because she never placed the Hex on the A1. Okay, this is all making sense now. She has AoE decreased defense and Hex, which is pretty incredible. Then we have an AoE attack that we're not going to use on this clan boss team, but, it's fine if you want to use it in other modes of the game. And then she has this cooldown reset, but also, more importantly, she has this attack increase for each enemy under a Hex debuff. So if you were using her in a Hydra team, for example, she could get a decent boost. Actually, I need to ask Synapse if he ever used her in Hydra. I think that could be really cool for him. But we do have to run her a little bit slow, so maybe that wouldn't work. But basically, it's decreased defense and Hex, and then she gets an extra hit. Well, up to 2 extra hits, but it will average out to 1 extra hit. when they're under Hex. Now, why is that important? It's very important because of the second champion also that no one uses. That champion is going to be a demon spawn epic that I never recommend anyone uses, except she's perfect for this team, and that is Urticata. Now, Urticata synergizes perfectly with Maranix. They're like a dynamic, creepy duo together, okay? She has an A1. She can extend the duration of the poison debuffs, which is great. She has an A2 triple hitter that does poison sensitivity. And then, here's the thing. 4 times, and then each hit has a chance of placing Hex. So, it all comes together with this passive. When either this champion or an ally lands a critical hit on an enemy under Hex, 10% chance of placing poisons. That goes up. It goes up to 25%. So you're going to be placing poisons. Maranix is going to be putting the Hex more reliably. And I guess the most important thing of all is the speed in all battles aura, which is going to help us hit the speeds on the clan boss team that we need. Alright, let's jump in and take a look at the rest of the champions on this team. So that would be typical champions that we're used to seeing. We have the Eris, we have the Seeker, and we have the Demitha. Basically what we're doing is Urticata is in that Fushan spot, that Deacon spot in these Demitha teams. And then Maranix is going to be our main DPS champion. It is important that she's Force. So if you wanted another champion to replace her, you could use another Force champion. Rosin's not good, but like everybody can get him. I do like the option of Rathalos Blademaster. He can be very good if you disable his problematic abilities. Same thing with Dythe. There are definitely options. I wonder if Mad Hatter would work. Would Mad Hatter work? He does place the Hex, and then the team up, and then you could just turn off his A3. I bet you that would be good. I bet you he would be a good option as well. But you can even use people like Zargala. It doesn't matter. As long as it's Force and it makes sense for Clan Boss, it's going to help you out, okay? But for us, we're using the Maranix of our wildest dreams. It's really helpful if somebody in the team, basically your option is Maranix in this team that has Brimstone, and then the other blessings you want in the team is somebody with Cruelty, and then the rest of the people with Phantom Touch probably, okay? Now, you might be saying, well, what are the speeds on this team? Let's go take a look in the Clan Boss section. I want to show you this, because other than the one champion, it's not bad, okay? There is going to be a struggle with one of the champions, but now there's so many ways to get speed on champions, I think you'll be okay. So, one of the things here that you want to be careful of is that if we look at these champions in his roster, you're going to see different speeds. He has 170. He has upgraded the speeds in his Demon Lord Clan Boss battles by 6. And so that we have to take into effect. I don't recommend doing that. It makes it much more difficult to build a team. But sometimes you do what you got to do to hit the speeds. Okay, so coming back over here, we'll take a look at the team setup. You'll be able to see the speeds here and the AI as well. So 197 speed on Urticata, but I don't know if we can go up or down at all on these speeds, okay? I would say try to hit these speeds exactly, but if you're 1 or 2 off, you can test it and see. There's probably a little bit of wiggle room here, but a lot of times these speeds are very specific. The second champ, wait, let me just be specific. So 197 on Urticata. And you want crit rate and crit damage on her if possible. At least 220 accuracy. She's attack based, so get some attack in there. Maranix, same thing. Crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, attack, 176 speed. Very easy on the speeds. Same thing with Seeker. 193 speed on Seeker. crit rate, crit damage, and he's an attack-based damage dealer. Don't let the game fool you. He does not need accuracy. On Maranix, we did disable her A3. We just want her switching back and forth between A1, A2. On your Demitha is the hard one, okay? 300 speed, A31, A22. You could put crit rate and crit damage on her if you want to. She doesn't do any damage, so it doesn't really matter. The speed is the only important thing. The Eris here, 1 on the A3, 269 speed. You probably can't change the speed on Eris, so be careful about that. I also want to show you the masteries and everything on these champions. So here is Maranix masteries. You want Giant Slayer on her, and you can have Cycle of Magic on her, that's fine. On Seeker, counterattack masteries is great, plus War Master. On Eris, very important, take that Steadfast Mastery. War Master's important. Most of these champions, you cannot have the turn meter increasing mastery, so don't take those. That's the thing that messes people up. Same thing with Cycle of Magic on the champions you can't have it on. Urticata, again, Giant Slayer, and all the rest pretty typical masteries. Oh, I do love Master Hexer here on Champions Landing debuffs. That's really great. And actually, Sniper is pretty clutch here as well. Last but not least, we have Demitha. Demitha, do not take this left side over here with like buff extensions. It can really mess your team up. If you were going to finish this, it doesn't really matter what you want to do here. A lot of people do Sniper if you're putting her in Toxic. I wouldn't do that here. Too fast, and we don't need it. So she doesn't really need this last one. That's why he probably didn't finish it. There's just no need for it. Putting Steadfast here is fine. You don't really need it, but you know it's a little bit more HP. It's the most important one that Steadfast is going to be on Eris. Okay, so as far as relics go, be careful. He doesn't have any relics here, which is perfectly fine. Like, for example, you couldn't put the relic that's the book. Does he even have one? The book relic. Yeah, this one. Journal. Can't do that. That will mess up your team. Anything that's going to mess with your turn meter or cooldowns, don't put it on here, okay? That includes gemstones and relics. That would include blessings, but I don't think there's anything on blessings that would do it. Okay, so let's get to the team. You know what? Let me just make sure I show the gear here. It's nothing crazy, nothing like super wild. He doesn't even have all of the gear leveled up due to keeping those speeds completely accurate. And I think even we could get more damage into some of these builds if we wanted to. So I know he's had this team set up for a long time. So we are on Ultra Nightmare here. I don't want a quick battle. I want you to come in and see what the setup looks like. Then I'll switch out and we'll do the quick battle. Please let me know in the comments below what questions do you have on this team or any clan boss teams. I have a bunch of strategies on my website that I recommend. Please go check that out, especially if you don't have these specific champions. Alright, at the beginning of the fight, Demitha's going to just put up her thing. I think it's in tune right away. And but we won't have the block damage set up every turn until the first couple turns clear. I didn't check with him to see when it syncs up. Usually these teams sync around turn 5, 7, 9. In the first 10 turns, they usually sync up. So you can see here that we're going to cleanse the debuffs right after the clan boss puts them on. That's very important. That's how you know that the Eris is at the right speed. And then right before the clan boss takes his turn, we will be putting up the block damage. The Eris will cleanse, and this looks like we need a couple more turns for this to sync up. So you can see here we're already getting good damage per turn, and that will ramp up more as we go along, especially as we extend the debuffs and we get everything, all of our abilities boosted where they can be boosted, and all of our things in line. Okay, see, there you see that was turn 5. we had the block damage go up, then the clan boss takes his turn, and usually we just like let it ride out, especially if this is going to be your first one key team and you're trying to match these stats. You want to let it ride out because you don't have that one key button unlocked yet for your auto battles. So you can see here we're completely in tune, and then every time before the clan boss goes, we're going to put up that block damage. If you're new to clan boss and you're just progressing, that's how the block damage and unkillable teams work. The speeds are very important. If you're not running block damage or unkillable, your speeds are much less important. They're still important, don't get me wrong, but much less. And now you can see we're ramping up here, okay? Unfortunately, we do not have a free regroup button on the clan boss. If we hit end battle, it's going to lock in those results, okay? So don't be fooled. Hydra and Chimera are different. They never added that button here to clan boss. I wish they would. It would be very helpful for testing things progressing through the game. But that is another reason to push for the one key. And this is an amazing one key Ultra Nightmare team. That's another option for people. Okay, so you can see we're in tune here. I don't see any reason to just like let this continue on, but you can also see we stacked up the debuffs here and we've extended a lot of them. It's not going to be 100% on the extensions, but it will be helpful. So this is going to continue here, but I'm going to go ahead and back out. Then we'll do our autocomplete. You can see the full damage that we're going to get here, and we'll wrap up the video. I guess I need to be specific. We're going to force close the game. Like close the app on your phone, close out of the game on your PC. That's the only way to stop your in progress key. Okay, I'm back in the game, back over here at Ultra Nightmare. We have that quick battle unlocked, and let's go see that damage. Oh, I'm so excited to show this to you. I'm just super impressed with this team. This is basically 100 million team here, and so many people are going to be helped by this team. I'm very excited about it. Okay, be careful with your empowerments. If you empower and it changes the speeds, make sure you go back and change the gear. That's another way that it can mess you up. I need to pause and take a screenshot here so I can put this in the article. And you can see the damage with me off the screen. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to nickname this the MtgJedi team because of Urticata and Demytha. You know, we have Myth Fu, so I figured MtgJedi. And Maranix is amazing to pair with her, but that could really be anybody else. So let me know what you think about this team. Thanks again to Synapse for allowing us to showcase this amazing team. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to be having a second video come out today in a little bit, so make sure you come back for that. It's a spicy one.